Well, I wasn't going to get the best rank no matter what because I'm using the infinite ammo rocket launcher. But, yeah, the saving, you can only save 3 times throughout the entire thing. Oops, didn't mean to do this. I'm ill-prepared in this room. I just kind of went in.
Our menu is designed for your nutritional needs using our latest biological research.
Goodbye. I don't really care if this room's cleared out or not, because we never come back. I don't know, I'm kind of excited about Project Resistance. I think it should be pretty cool. I don't think it's gonna last very long, like I can't see it being supported very much. Where's that guy? Where's that dude? There he is. When I was practicing, he was on the complete other end of the room, and he grabbed me, which I didn't like. Put that in there. Why did I take those ink ribbons? And I also don't need the crank with me anymore. Yeah, I mean, I kind of wish that I had signed up for the beta, because I think that would have been kind of fun. But, yeah. I feel like to really get people interested, they're going to throw Wesker in there. Like, he's going to be one of the, like, the masterminds or whatever they're called. I think that's probably a pretty safe bet. However, it begs the question of, will it be DC Douglas or not? If it's not DC Douglas, I don't care. He will forever be the best Wesker. I wish these were close. Like, that should just be right next to that. Because the extra step of coming up here is just dumb. But I guess it also means you don't have to wait for the bridge. So, I don't know. Whatever. The Ivies and the Plant 43s, they're the same thing, but are going to be way easier to deal with in this run-through. Because the rocket launcher can actually kill them, unlike the Gatling gun, which is kind of harder to kill them with. He is dead already. And so is he. Nice. And I don't think they throw as many at you in the B scenario, or maybe just the Leon scenario at all. Because it's the Claire scenario where they just throw that one guy at you in this room randomly, like at the end. Alright, so... hopefully I got these right. Am I good? Hell yeah. So after this part, there's only the one problem area, and it's going to be the herbicide puzzle. But I think we're ready. To quote one of my favorite Mega 64 videos, I think I'm ready. Oh yeah, I saw Mega 64. Forgot about that. I probably should have talked about that at some point. Like, I've been watching them for so fucking long that, it was just such a big deal. They announced their West Coast, or sorry, East Coast tour, and, I couldn't not go. They had one in New Jersey, which is where I live, but I went to the one in, Philly so that I could go see it with Hank. And it was a lot of fun. It was a really great show. I got to meet Garrett. I got to meet all of them except for Sean. But I, like, actually saw Garrett talk. We talked for a good, like, 5 minutes. He probably one of the nicest people I've ever met, like, in that kind of a situation. Like, we took a picture. Hank took a picture with him. I took a picture with him. And then after we took the picture, usually that's kind of when they're like, okay, time to go now. But he just kept talking. He was really, really, really fucking nice. And I met Rocco, shook hands with him. I didn't really get to meet Derek, but I saw him. I, said hi. He said hi. But they were setting up for the show at that point, so I didn't really want to do that. But that was a really great night. I got a poster with all of them signing it. Really cool overall. Really cool event. I've gone to a couple of events like that of like, hey, here's people that you like. Wait, was it Earth? Yeah, it's Earth. and that was by far one of my favorites. I saw Last Podcast on the Left live a couple years ago. That one was fun. I saw Chapo Trap House live, which was really great. I really loved that one, but I think out of those types of shows, I think the Mega 64 one was probably my favorite. And it just meant a lot to me, because I feel like Mega 64, more than anything else, I think I quote and I think about, like, they have probably inspired me more than any other group of people. Like, I just say things a lot that are Mega 64 references, and I don't even, like, realize it.
Welcome back, Dr. Lee.
Like, I found them in 2006. I've been watching them for, like, 14 years. That was crazy. That was a really great night. That was like a bucket list item that I can cross off now. Alright, get me out of here. Skip that.
Cooling complete.
Cooling complete. I am very cool. No computer will ever be better than, what was the name of it? Karen? Is it Karen? The Plankton's computer that is, like, real sassy? I don't remember. I haven't watched SpongeBob in a while. I mean, it's one of those things where I feel like, what the hell happened here? It's just a planter. I'm not even gonna talk about SpongeBob. Fucking who cares? It's not for me. I'm not a kid anymore. I don't watch SpongeBob. I watch some of the older episodes, but people who complain about, like, new episodes of SpongeBob are weird to me, because it's like, you're not the target audience. When people like my age, like 26, somewhere between 26 and 30, when they talk about SpongeBob, it's like, why are you watching it still? You're not the target demographic for the show?
Dispensing solution now.
Dispensing solution now.
That did the trick.
I think there should now be just a stray Ivy that just spawned in out of nowhere. That guy was not there before. Looks like that guy doesn't work anymore. Which is another Mega 64 thing that I say a lot. Looks like that blank doesn't work anymore. It's not even, like, from a Mega 64 video. It's from one of their, like, early podcasts.
Him again?
So, yeah, that was a pretty great night. I enjoyed it a lot. So, I've been very fortunate for meeting most of my favorite content creators. I've met Mega 64, I met Vinny from Vinesauce, I met Some Call Me Johnny. I'm trying to think, I think it's basically it. Like, the big one. Those are 3 people who I've watched probably the most. And I got to meet most of them, and 2 out of 3 of them, I got pictures with them. Which is pretty neat. And I mean, I've got to see, like, visually see a lot of my favorite content creators, like Chapo Trap House. I just didn't get to meet them. I had a chance to meet Last Podcast on the Last Podcast on the Left, but I turned that down because we were outside of the show, and we didn't get VIP tickets. But someone who had VIP tickets came up to me and was like, "Hey, look, I gotta go. I'm gonna give you this VIP badge so you can go back there and meet them." So I was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." But I was with Hank, and I didn't want to just go and leave him behind. So I gave it to some other, like, woman that was in the area. I was like, "Hey, I found the like, nearest person who was wearing a Last Podcast shirt." Just gave it to her and was like, "Hey, go ahead." And I feel like I got karma. I got good karma for that. So when I saw Chapo Trap House, I had seats, like, towards the back. And this one guy came up to me and he was like, "Hey, look, I have a seat way up front, like, really good seats. A really good seat up front. You're sitting next to my friends. Do you want to switch seats?" So I was like, "Yeah, I'll sit way up close." So I feel like my karma for letting that other person go meet Last Podcast, I got good seats for the Chapo Trap House show. So I feel like that was karma in action. And this is also how you know I have nothing to say here, because I'm just talking about nonsense. Birkin fight should be fine. Claire had a little bit of trouble, but I think Leon should make it out fine.
This has to end.
What the hell's going on?
Sorry, William. You left me no choice.
You called this thing William. Why?
It shouldn't have been like this. It's Umbrella's fault, this whole mess.
You're Umbrella too. You're telling me you weren't involved in this?
Yes. But we never meant for this to happen.
Then tell me everything. Right from the start.
Self-destruct sequence will begin.
You don't get away that easily.
Good God, William. What have you done?
So you made this monster.
We made the G-Virus, but we never intended
You can
this
spin it any way you want. You're still responsible. The hell? Oh, shit. What are you doing?
We can't let him get away!
All right, we end this here.
Yeah, I love this song. Too bad we don't get to hear it. Let's see, can I do this one without moving? No, he's getting way too close. What is up with this fight? Every time I do it in practice, it's like, yeah, really good. But then as soon as I actually go to do it, it sucks ass. Oh god, he was about to just attack me there. That was not good. That was a real Obi-Wan moment there. He just tried to jump over me and I killed him.
Self-destruct sequence will begin when lockdown is complete.
It's over, Birkin. I have the high ground.
Target has been neutralized.
Don't try it.
Quarantine.
You underestimate my power.
Jesus. That looks bad.
Feels worse. Believe me.
Talk about what you said. I don't know how much I believe.
Just tell me you'll destroy that G-sample.
No, it's evidence. It's going to the FBI.
You trust that bitch?
What's that supposed to mean?
She's not FBI. She's a mercenary. She's gonna sell it. The G-Virus is gonna go to the highest bidder.
That's bullshit.
I hope you're right. But if the G-Virus gets into the wrong hands...
Attention. Unauthorized removal of a level 4 virus detected. Facility lockdown initiated. Will begin when lockdown is
Alright, see you later. Wait, where am I?
self-destruct sequence initiated.
Do they usually start you there? What the fuck? That was weird. I just had a brain fart there.
Platform.
I don't know what that was about. But it's okay, we have another cutscene to watch.
Self-destruct sequence initiated. Use the central elevator to evacuate immediately.
I was just thinking about you.
That makes two of us. I was getting worried.
No, we make a good team. I gotta ask you something.
Way's clear. Please, Tell me you got it.
Oh, I got it.
Let me verify the G sample and we get the hell out of here.
Before we do that, I ran into Annette. She claims you're not FBI.
Oh, Leon. Why couldn't you just hand over the sample?
As I realized, as much as I wanted to trust you, I didn't.
I really hoped it wouldn't end up like this.
So that's all this was. I was just some pawn to you,
Look, I'm just doing my job.
and I'm doing mine, so drop that damn gun! I'm taking you in.
Hand over the sample, Leon.
Taking her into where?
And you shoot me. But I don't think you can.
I really wish Ada got an alternate costume. Like, I don't know what they could have done, because she still looks exactly like she did in Resident Evil 2. So, other than, like, maybe a Resident Evil 4 outfit or something like that, I don't know what they could have done. But, I mean, Sherry got an alternate costume, come on.
No one gets that sample now.
Hold on. I think I can...
Forget it.
Shut up, I've got you.
It's not worth it.
Don't do this.
I feel like there's still room for some DLC in this game. I would have liked to have seen a, like an Ada story or something like that. Like, where does she go from here?
No!
You know, like it could start here. You see a little cutscene of her swinging away on her grappling hook that she almost certainly has. And then you escape through it. Maybe Mr. X chases you a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. I'd love to see where she goes. Maybe she has a contact with Wesker. That'd be cool. Be a little bit of fan service.
Attention. Self-destruct sequence.
Annette dies two completely different ways, in two completely different areas, to two completely different people. Like, how... They really have to reckon with that. How does it happen?
Self-destruct
Please explain. Please explain, Capcom! I do like in some of the promotional material that they're already setting out for Resident Evil 3. They finally said in canon who it was that killed the tyrant in the original Resident Evil, and now it's Jill. Jill does it, which I always assumed anyway, because Jill's scenario always felt better than Chris's. So yeah, at least that's official now.
initiated. Use the central elevator to evacuate immediately to the bottom level.
Alright, come on, get me out of here. Now we have a bit of a correspondence with,
Attention.
Claire.
Self-destruct sequence initiated. Use the central elevator to evacuate
Which, let's see, is Claire in her outfit? Nope.
train platform.
So that's also a pre-rendered cutscene.
Attention. Self-destruct sequence initiated.
Claire!
Use the central elevator
Leon?
to evacuate immediately.
You're down here too!
So we're barely gonna see the Elsa Walker
The whole place
costume.
is coming down.
We saw it once in the
Listen,
beginning, and then we're gonna see
We
it
need to
once
get
at the
out.
end.
Fast.
Yeah. There's a way out.
To evacuate immediately to the bottom level.
We can make it. Where are you now?
Claire, you still there?
Self-destruct sequence initiated.
Leon?
Use the central
Hey,
elevator
Leon, you're breaking up.
to the bottom.
Forget about me. Just get out of here. Damn it.
I'm very curious to see what my time is, but I don't want to pause to check because I think it interrupts the music. And I don't want that. Should I save? No, fuck it. I don't need to save. No reason to save. Go die, go die. I thought the Ivies were only in Claire's scenario. For some reason I remember just zombies in Leon's. Zombies, huh? Had a feeling you'd show up. Now, I, like, rarely do the B scenario, the Leon B scenario. So seeing the true ending as Leon is always kind of trippy for me. Because I think I've only done it, like, once. And there's Mr. X. I think we can just run by him. It's fine. They let you pass through him. I do hate that his music just interrupted that. Because this song is godlike. It is god tier.
Detonation.
Did it start over or did it put it back where it was? So even though the timer starts at the same time for both Leon and Claire, which would mean that they would be running at the same place at the same time, I guess it's implied that Claire goes through this first, since this area is still intact.
Gotta keep going.
Oh my god, that part of the song is so good. And now, unfortunately, we're not going to get to hear much of this boss theme, because I think 1 or 2 rockets is going to kill him. Just, it will kill him dead. Because it's supposed to be a one-hit kill with the rocket anyway, so if you come in with the rocket, it's basically like you're just breaking the game. I'm gonna say that was 1 hit because I think he was still in his invincibility frames. So yeah, what a fucking chump. And Ada doesn't even help us this time. Like, that was completely on her own. We don't get that cutscene of Ada. It's great. Yeah, I'm very excited to see what my time's gonna be because I think it's way faster. This might be my best time. Because there was no fucking around. There was that one time that I fucked up going to the library, but I think we're still gonna be way ahead of any other time I've ever had. It's not over yet. Is this cutscene different? I actually don't know.
Can't believe I actually miss her. We made it.
Just like I said we would.
Who's this?
This is Sherry.
Okay.
Okay.
What was that?
I don't know. I'll go. You take care of Sherry.
That was real big Bernie Sanders hours up here. Yeah, okay, good. This is Sherry. Okay. Oh man, that's great. This time I don't think we should just start blasting. I think we have to wait for his weak spot to open up. So we'll at least be able to hear this song for a little bit, because it takes a while for him to open up. This is such a Dead Space boss. This is like nothing, especially with the rocket launcher. This is gonna be nothing.
You want more bullets? Be my guest.
Come on, open up your mouth.
Come on!
It's a Dead Space boss, via Resident Evil 7. Because it's like the giant Evelyn face that you fight. Please open up. Thank you. How many more bullets is it going to take? Not a lot. And that's the last little bit of gameplay we're going to do in Resident Evil 2.
We've got to lose that car!
Come on! Fuck you!
Leon, give me your hand!
So, are you guys like boyfriend and girlfriend?
No, we're just... well, we actually just met last night.
Yeah. That would have been one hell of a first date, though.
Yeah, you have no idea.
Look! He might be able to give us a ride.
What if it's not just the city?
Get Sherry out of here.
Come on.
Who is this mysterious man? Like, there's a whole new character model just for one joke at the end.
He was friendly.
So, is it over?
I don't
Truck
know.
drivers are really the biggest
If it's
assholes in
not,
this game, aren't they?
We'll stop it. Whatever it takes.
Yeah, you damn right we will.
As long as we stick together, we'll be fine. Come on.
Hey, you guys can adopt me.
Adopt you.
We can get a puppy
Puppy.
and a parrot.
Parrot.
I always wanted pets, but my mom said they're too messy.
Next up on this boring Wednesday is a song to get your blood pumping.
Alright, well, we're not going to hear it, unfortunately, so our blood will not be pumping, which means we are now dead. What is my time? An hour and 6. I think that's my fastest time for anything. That's a really good time. Yeah, so there you go. An hour and 6:47. If I wasn't using infinite ammo rocket launcher and I didn't save that one last time, that probably would have been an S+ rank. But what's the fun in not using the infinite ammo weapons? Like, honestly. So let me see. What are my best times? All right, let's see. So, yeah, I usually never run it. I've never done a Claire second run through on hardcore. Yeah, so that's my best time out of anything. That's actually incredibly fast. Maybe I'll have to do a Claire second run on hardcore at some point. So yeah, that's that. That's really it for Resident Evil 2, just in general. It's been a hell of a ride. It's probably one of my favorite games. It's just probably one of my favorite games, period. It's one of those few that I went... Wait, that was wrong. It's one of the few that I actually went out of my way to, like, 100%. I have all the trophies, which was pretty fun. I really don't do that unless I love the game. So, like, games like that, Phantom Pain, very rarely do I do that. So, yeah, that's basically it for Resident Evil 2. Obviously, Resident Evil 3 will be the next thing that we go to in the Resident Evil series. I might do like a Dino Crisis or something like that before that, but you know, last year I did Resident Evil 2 and Dead Space 2 for Halloween. I think you could probably figure out what the Halloween games this year are going to be. So thank you so much for watching. This has been one of the best, most fun playthroughs for me. I love doing Leon A, Claire B, Claire A, Leon B. It's been a ton of fun for me. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Let me show the character model for classic school uniform Sherry. So there's her in the classic uniform, and then there's her towards the end of the game in Claire's jacket. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I enjoyed the hell out of making both these series. So I will see you when we return to Raccoon City. Only this time with my waifu, Jill Valentine. See you then.